listeners to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. So once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to the next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all are joining the call today?
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandas Pranam Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Would there are anyone who would like to introduce in the call today?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danu Pranam, Jai Shri Pad, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj. This is Radha Raman Das from Maryland.
Hare Krishna Radha Raman Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Prabhu for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. This is Dr. K. Babu from Chandigarh. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dr. K. Babu Prabhu, Tandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Prabhu for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining, for chanting also. Hare Krishna.
Okay. If there are no one, I would like to welcome all of you once again to this Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are really fortunate to have his grace Samik Rishi Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 7.15.47. So before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Mataji for the brief introduction on Samik Rishi. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the opportunity. Here is a brief introduction about His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu. His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhuji is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Being a doctor by profession, he has done immense service to the devotee community and served the society by donating for lots of projects. For example, he donated the deities in Philadelphia temple and he made 3,000 temple units that can serve as an altar in the villages. He also served as a temple president of ISKCON New Jersey for 15 years. He is known for his simplicity and humility. He is now an initiating guru in ISKCON. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for that brief introduction on Sri Samik Rishi Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you are there on the call. Prabhu.
It is fifth.
Hare
The verse
Krishna.
is 47, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Samik Rishi Prabhuji. Dandas Pranam Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We are really fortunate to have you on this Bhakti Sangha conference call. And we are really fortunate to hear from you. Today's topic is Srimad Bhagavatam 7.15.47. Yes, Prabhu, you can take over the call from now on. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Welcome everyone for this video conference on Srimad Bhagavatam. It's important topics, instruction for civilized human being. They're all civilized means devotees, not just for sense enjoyment. We'll talk on this very special verse, number 45 or 47. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagadharvanatamvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrashabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are talking about two kinds of path. One is Pravatti Marga and Nivratti Marga. Everywhere. One is for material enjoyment, another is for spiritual enjoyment, spiritual upliftment. So text number 47. Pravattam cha nivrattam cha dvidam karma vedikam avartate pravartena nivrattena snote temratam. So nivartena, by ceasing such activity, means enjoying propensity, ceasing enjoying propensity. Ashnote, one enjoys amratam, eternal life. If we cease our material way of enjoyment, we attain amrit, eternal life. That is what is meant for. Human life is meant for leading eternal life with Krishna in the spiritual kingdom. So, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. According to the Vedas, there are two kinds of activities, pravritti and nivritti. Pravritti activities involve raising oneself from a lower to a higher condition of materialistic life. And so even in the we are material world, we are on the lower ground and you could go to a heavenly planet or even more higher planetary system to enjoy more and more materialistic life. Whereas nivritti marg means the cessation of material desire. But it's not, but there are spiritual desire. It's not becoming desireless. Cessation of material desire. Through pravritti activities, one suffers from material entanglement. Because Maya, she grabs you. Maya do not let you move higher and higher. She would not let you go to the spiritual kingdom. But by nivritti activities, one is purified and becomes fit to enjoy eternal blissful life with Krishna in his eternal kingdom and enjoys whatever he has. It is all for us to enjoy. But we don't want to know about that. What should be done? We don't read about that, we don't ask, we don't attend these spiritual classes. So purport is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 16:7. pravrittim cha nivrittim cha jana na vidur asuraha. The asuras, non-devotees cannot distinguish between pravritti and nivritti. Whereas they like, whatever they like, they do. Such persons think themselves independent of the strong material nature, and therefore they are irresponsible and do not care to act piously. Indeed, they do not distinguish between pious and impious activities. Bhakti, of course, does not depend on pious or impious activity, as is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Savai punsham paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahetukiya pritihata yayatmasu prasidhati. So, in Bhagavad Gita also, the same verse, practically 16:7, it has been given. And so while we are there, we can read that Pravrittim cha Nivrittim cha. Pravritti marg and Nivritti marg. Jana Nivrittim cha Jana na Vidura Asura. Vidura, they do not know. Vidu Asura. Na Saucham Napi Chacharo Na Satyam Teshu Vidyate. They do not know what is truth, what is not truth, what is right, what is wrong. They cannot distinguish. They just know one thing, that as far as my senses are concerned, let me enjoy whatever is there. Who knows whether there is a life after death or whether I will be alive. So, yavat jivet, sokam jivet, rinam kratva, kratam jivet. As long as I live, whether beg, borrow, or steal, I should eat nicely, I should enjoy nicely, whatever is available and whatever my mind is saying. I don't follow any rules or regulations or scriptures or any saintly person. They just want to do whimsically whatever they think is right. Might is right. So those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness, nor proper behavior, nor truth is found in them. So they speak lie, and how to behave means they are not cultured. Culture or sanskar. Sanskar comes from, sanskar word is whatever we hear from childhood or even in the past life. Whatever we hear, whatever we speak, whatever you eat, whatever society you live in, that develops sanskar. Sanskar is like in the mind, sanskar is imprinted on your heart, sanskar is imprinted on your intelligence, in your so sanskar are there and they will act very properly because they heard about it, they saw that. So in the childhood, like Prahlad Maharaj say that from very beginning of life, one should learn, one should be put into Gurukul, and one should learn about the proper etiquette, proper behavior, proper sanskar. There are many sanskar, from Garbhadan sanskar to the funeral. There are 16 sanskar, some say 10 sanskar, but one should follow those because that will imprint on our heart, whether it is Sanskrit verses or association of devotees or chanting or Vedic Shastra. So there are sanskar should be followed. People, Manusmriti, the laws of the human being, like laws of, they do not follow the demons. And Manu Samhita, it is stated that a woman should always be protected. She should not be given freedom in the childhood by the father, in the later age by the husband, and when the husband is no more, by the eldest son. So they should never left alone, otherwise they will be spoiled. There is a very chance. So they should not be. I am not saying that they should be like a slave or in prison. With all due respect, they should be properly taken care of. Like you have a gold, a very valuable thing, how you protect that. So proper social behavior according to the Manu Samhita. But modern education has artificially devised a fucked up counterpart of humanly life, and therefore marriage is practically now just an imagination in human society. The social condition of the woman thus not very good nowadays. Prabhupada says that it is the desire of the man that let them have the liberation. And then the woman, they spoil them, they have children, they go for begging, and they are on the streets, and they don't take any responsibility. So a responsible person should get married properly to a devotee. Both should conduct their spiritual life together, not otherwise. That's why we should accept the Shastra. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante Karyakari Vyavastito Gyatva Shastra Vidho Noktam Karma Kartu Arhat. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty. Many people say duty means whatever Bhagavad Gita says about your duty. But not just duty, but how to do it, how to perform it. So Krishna says in detail to Arjun, he wanted to renounce. Krishna told him that you should fight because you are Kshatriya and many people are being damaged by Duryodhana. So you should take the rule. And he wanted to give the kingdom to Yudhishthira Maharaj. And all the rules and regulations of the Vedas are meant for knowing Krishna. Vedesha sarver aham eva vedya vedanta veda vedeha chaham. If one understands Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita and becomes situated in Krishna consciousness, engaging himself in devotional service, he has reached the highest perfection of knowledge offered by the Vedic literature. So we should follow sanskar purificatory process. Should be followed. Otherwise, so we are these demonic people. They forget about Krishna. Krishna भूलिया जीव भोग वांछा करे पाछे से माया झापटिया धरे. And then we come like so many other things. So even we get Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. They are all they follow without following the scriptural injunction. So many places, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, they talk about this, that we should remain in our own varnashram dharma and Shreyan Swadharmo Niguna, Paradharma Swanistita, Swadharme Nidayam Shreya, Paradharma Bhayam. Arjun Swadharma, he was a Kshatriya. So he wanted to renounce and become a sannyasi. Our Prahlad Maharaj was also a Kshatriya. And so he fought for his brother when he was killed by Yakshas. So whatever your way of life, one can change by Krishna consciousness, whatever sanskars are there. If it is a wrong sanskar, one can change, but it is difficult. So you stay, and wherever stage, whatever stage you are in, you could follow Krishna consciousness, the rules of Krishna consciousness. So you should have Shraddha, faith in the scripture. A faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge, and having achieved it quickly attains to the supreme spiritual peace. We are all looking for peace, but peace is not there if we go on pravritti marga. Only nivritti marga, when we deny many things, the material enjoyment, but pleasing Krishna and Krishna's senses, then our senses gets automatically pleased by pleasing Krishna, because we are part of him. We are part of Krishna. So we should have faith in Krishna and his words, his scriptural words. That's why the Shastra says the doubt which has arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharat, means Arjun, stand and fight. So he's always asking him to fight for the cause because Krishna wanted. So there are 4 kinds of people. Chaturvida bhajan pramam jana isputino Arjuna. Artho artharthi jigyasu vyani cha bharatakshava. That Gyani, Artho, means one who is in distress. Artharthi, who is in need of some money. Jigyasu, one who is inquisitive and knowledgeable. out of which one who is in knowledge, he is much more higher, but any other one also, at least they are coming to Krishna. They are not going to demigods. Kama sarva kama va moksha kama udardi tivrena bhakti yogena yaje purusha param. That you worship Krishna. Whatever your desire, without any desire, you are desireless or having multifarious desire, but approach to Krishna. Krishna knows what is best for us and he gives you supplies with that. And so Jnani is important because he understands and surrenders to Krishna. Look, our main function, like yes, the Savai Punsham Paro Dharma, our supreme dharma, dharma means it is translated as occupation. Dharma for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted. Ahaituki apratyata. Ahaituki, without any motivation that I get such and such a result out of I earn millions of dollars or I get such and such position. So there should not be any motivation and it should be continuous, uninterrupted. Not that today engage in devotional service and leave behind. It's all the time. So nonetheless, those who act piously have a better chance to become devotees. Even if artho artharthi jigyasu, when they come to Krishna, Krishna is a nectar. If they come in touch with Krishna, they automatically become devotees. That's why you invite devotees, even for prasad, even for giving them garlands, even if they see the form of the deities, they naturally they are in touch with Krishna. So Krishna is very, very affectionate to his devotees, or who at least walks even one step. He walks hundreds of steps. He's looking that when my children will come to me, sit on my lap, and enjoy all the opulences of him in his spiritual kingdom and material kingdom also. He has everything, whatever he needs. We have the thing which is reflection. So these two paths are there, pravatti and nivritti. Shreyas and prayas path. Shreyas, which is ultimately good, and prayers is which is immediately gratification. Immediately you enjoy. And so we have to follow which path that we want to take. And disaster is there if we follow praise path. Although you are uplifting to the higher planetary system, enjoying more and more, but how long that enjoyment would last? It will end one day. So here it is written, 4 kinds of pious men render devotional service to me. One who takes to devotional service even with some material motive. Artho, material motive, is considered pious, and because he has come to Krishna, he will gradually come to the stage of bhakti. Then, like Dhruv Maharaj, Arth, he will refuse to accept any material benediction from the Lord. Swamin Kartarthosmi Varam na yache. He wanted a bigger position than his great grandfather, even bigger than Brahma that he wanted to. Because Dhruv Maharaj's son of Uttanpad, Uttanpad is son of Manu, and Manu is son of like Manu and Shatrupa, Brahmaji, from right and left side of the body. From Manu, then sexual union started. But before that, Brahmaji produced Prajapatis out of his own body, out of his mind. And, but he did not see the result. So he put this man and female on the stage of every living being, and he has put some portion of enjoyment, but that enjoyment is not for your sense gratification, but for progeny or propagation of the population, and that way they all and then you have to follow the rules and regulation. So those things, people, they forget the purpose, that one should not become a father, mother, guru, or teacher unless you liberate your dependent. So that liberation and should be the first motto, whether he is coming a devotee. Otherwise, if the son or daughter becomes like a rotten, becomes like a cats and dogs, because cats also produce children, and human being also produce children. But that producing children is not very important. Producing a Krishna conscious children. If one can produce Krishna, they could have hundreds of children. There is no problem. Dharmo aviruddho bhuteshu kamosma bharatvarva. If it is not against the dharma, then he is the calm. But calm, he has given this, so Krishna, so that people could follow the rules and regulation. Not means they could enjoy, but at the same time bring Krishna conscious children on the planet. So earth is filled with Krishna conscious children. So kaunte pratijanihi name bhakta swami kartartha se varam. Therefore, even if one is materially inclined, one may take to the shelter of lotus feet of Krishna and Balram, or Gaura and Nitai, as so that he will very soon be purified of all material desires. Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashwat shantim nigacchati monte pratijanihi name bhakta purushati. Apichet suduracharo, even if it is a durachari, means sudurachar, means so many abominable activities doing from all around, just like Jaga and Vadai. Apichet suduracharo bhajate, but he is chanting the holy name of the Lord. Bhajate mam ananya bhav, means not anybody else but Krishna only. Ananya bhav. Sadhu reva samantavya, you should accept him as sadhu because he is rightly situated. Sadhu reva samantavya samyak vyavastito isa. He is in a proper path. Just like in the next verse it talks about apichet suduracharo. Apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhav. That he will be shigra apichet he will be shipram bhavati dharmat. That he will be become dharmatma, pious, because he has come to the lotus feet of Krishna. So all around we read that we should take to the shelter of Krishna. And Krishna is most purifying, he is completely transcendental, and we will also become transcendental in association with him. Coming to the temple, serving deities, giving them nice food, giving them nice clothing, senses, flowers, patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachyati. If one gives patra pushpa phal or water, he accepts it, but he accepts the love behind that. And Krishna, you please take it. I have prepared this for you. One young boy, his father said that you offer this laddus, I am going away. And they offer and just close your eye and ask the Lord to come. Then Lord did not come for quite some time. He started crying, he would not eat. And he said, Lord, if you do not come, my father would be very, very angry. He did not know that father is, Krishna is not eating. So Krishna came and he ate all his laddus. Then there was nothing was left over. Then he told his mother to give him double. Then again, so in this way, Krishna sees a simple heart. There was a one man who was serving his guru, and he said that he wanted also to worship Salagram. So he gave him a stone. But he had so much faith in that stone, and he said that you offer him food every day at noontime. He will go for grazing the cows and in the jungle. So he prepared some batis and some dal and offered to Lord. Lord came, he ate because he was crying and he was very much emotional. So Krishna sees our heart, how much we love Krishna and want him to eat. He says, just like we will become a devotee by laulyam api ekle malyam. Its price to please Krishna is lolupta. Lolupta means intense eagerness to please Krishna or to have him or to see him. So we could pray to him to please come and appear. So this man, and then he is asking that, oh, he told him that I will come next time with Radharani also. So he came. Then Lalita Vishaka, then so many boys. And he was asking more and more and more. He said that I could not eat even. So he brought all this. Then his guru went with him that let me just see what is happening. He said more, and he saw the whole paraphernalia. I mean, Lord Ram and Krishna and Balram and Radharani and Astasakhis, and he was very happy. It was because of his deep seated like love for the Lord. The Lord sees the heart. So see what is in his heart, how much he loves me. Then Lord reveals to him. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattva tato mam tatsuto gyatva Bhajate Dhranavrata, that one who is Dhranavrata, then he sings about me or he remembers me. So if we become, so what we are reading and is this Savai Punsham Parodharmo, we read that word that is there in the purport. Shreyas and praise path that we talked about. So Savai Punsham Parodharmo, Yato Bhaktir Adokshaje. Adokshaj who cannot be realized by your senses. Other means lower. By your own senses, you cannot understand Krishna. But it should be, your bhakti should be uninterrupted and should be continuously uninterrupted and ahetukan, without any desire for sense enjoyment, without any praise. So that's why Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate par. Brahma Bhuta, that he comes to the stage of Brahma Bhuta. What is this Brahma Bhuta stage? You understand that there is a super soul Paramatma in all the living beings, and not thinking, and he is always happy that Krishna is there with me in form of Paramatma. Na sochati, he does not lament or he does not hanker for it. He says that Krishna knows what is my need and he will fulfill that. He would not ask Krishna. That's what it is there, that ahetu ki apratihata, without any hetu. So he does not ask anything. So na sochati, na kankshati, sama sarveshu, he is equal to everybody. Because he sees Paramatma in every living being. Hetu ki apratihata, yayatma. Then only in such a condition we could be happy. So Brahma Mukti stage is knowing that it's not a pure devotional service, but understand that Yomam Pashati Sarvatra, Sarvatra Chamai Pasha. He sees Krishna everywhere along with the soul. There is a Paramatma picture. So there is Paramatma, there is Brahma Jyoti, Paramatma, and also there is Bhagwan Swayam. So we understand he may not know Bhagwan, what is his, but still he understands. So Vadanti Tattas Vidas Tattvam Tad Jnanam Advayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagwan Eti Shat. There is a Bhagwan is the topmost. Progressively, so rather than path of progressive material enjoyment, which is temporary, miserable, illusory, is inferior. But devotional service or Shreyas path is to the Supreme Lord, which leads one to eternal, blissful, and all cognizant life, is called the superior quality of occupation. This is sometimes polluted when means even superior path when mixed with the inferior quality, like adoption of a devotional service for material gain is certainly an obstruction to the progressive path of renunciation. Renunciation or abnegation of enjoyment or ultimate good is certainly a better occupation. So anything you accept should be accept for Krishna, not for your sense enjoyment. Like in Vrindavan, some rich man wanted to give a swing for Krishna, silver swing, very solid silver, very, very large, huge, where big deities can be, you could swing them. And then devotees say, oh, we should not really take it and what we will do, and they did not accept. And Prabhupada was very, very angry that they are giving, that is a Falgu Vairagya. They are talking about Vairagya, but if it is for use of Krishna, that is the proper use. If it is for your sense enjoyment, that is a false renunciation. So they were renouncing, but it was false because they did not accept, did not ask their guru, did not accept that, oh, we could use it for Krishna. So everything is meant for use for Krishna. Your house, your children, your wife, husband, your job, your all the opulences, your earning, your money, your voice, your preaching tendency, whatever you have, it is given, it is God's given. Everything is given by Krishna and should be used for him. Devotional. Root meaning of the word dharma, that which sustains one's existence. Dharma means that sustains your existence. And what sustains? We are all eternal servants of Krishna. Jivara Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. So we are serving Krishna eternally. And then that is our proper occupation. whatever talents that one has, they could serve. Whether Arjun was a Kshatriya, served by Kshatriya. Somebody may serve in a different process. So everybody is meant to serve Krishna. If whole world becomes Krishna conscious and serve Krishna and dedicate their life, then whole world could be like a Ram Raj. Nobody would be trying to approach somebody else's property and enjoy that. Everybody is dedicated to Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna mantra and spreading Krishna's glories all over. Each and every living being has his eternal form in the spiritual existence, and Krishna is the eternal attraction for all of them. Everybody has their eternal form in the spiritual world. Everybody has a certain duty to Krishna, and that is called like Swarup Siddhi. Swarup, that we are servant, but what way we should serve Krishna, that also could be revealed by your chanting, by your serving Krishna. But one should not go prematurely and act as if you have got your Swarup Siddhi. It is very, very last stage. So one should not be motivated. Krishna will reveal, just like a calf could swim right away. You don't have to swim. You don't have to teach him. So same thing, a dog also swims when he's born right away. He stands up within 1 or 2 hours. So in the same way, there is God's natural tendencies there to serve Krishna. But we have forgotten. We are covered by materialism. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabuna Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Kare Hote. Krishna Prem, devotion to Krishna or loving Krishna, as it is there in every living being. Because we are part of Krishna. It is there, but we are contaminated, we are covered. But Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Kare. That with a clear mind, clear chitta, that Krishna consciousness is revealed. So it is given by Krishna. If you follow the rules, regulation, Krishna will reveal you. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayati. And I will give you buddhi yoga, the knowledge by which you can come to me. Esham satat yuktanam bhajatam priti purukam. That with satat yukti, you chant Krishna's name. Not only chant, spread Krishna consciousness, read literatures, read about the life of saintly people, make nice bhoga for Krishna, offer to him, serve in the temple, do grooming for the temple, cleaning the temple. Not that we cannot do this and this. I am very elevated, but that should be done. Even Maharaj Pratap, the king, he will groom the road. Anybody who joins ISKCON, they have to clean the pots and the toilet also. In our temple, there was Aruna Mataji. She was a very high position, but she will come every day and then she will clean all the toilets of the temple. Now it is not mine or general, but even personal, that who used by the devotees, and she used to clean. So saying is, one should not hate any service for Krishna. Krishna's service, whether he is sweeper or whether he is a pujari or fanning, it's the same thing. For Krishna, both are on equal level. Like in Rath Yatra was made by devotee in San Francisco. He was very humble. He was the president. He did not listen to Prabhupada, did not go to Prabhupada. But Prabhupada was very, very happy with Jayananda. Prabhupada was very, very happy with him. And then when he left his body, he asked that you should put his picture in front of the Rath Yatra, because he would make the Raths, because of him, that we have the Rath Yatras now everywhere. But Krishna likes strolling outside. And if devotee don't come, Krishna is so kind that he goes to the street to give darshan to others. So going even temple coming, they're having darshan of the Lord. That's also very important. Darshan means Krishna notices. He puts your hajri. That my such and such devotee has come, and then he will remember for millions of lifetimes. So more and more you come, more and more your hajri, more and your devotional service will increase. And whatever misgiving are there, Krishna will take care of that. So you will become from third class man second class, first class, Uttam Bhakta. Sri Krishna is a great science, and it is open for all living beings, including the Shudras, Kshatriyas, women, and even those lower than the lower, Sudras. So what to speak of the high class man, like the qualified Brahmanas and the great self-realized kings. The other high grade activities designed as sacrifice, charity, austerity, etc. all corollary factors following the pure and scientific Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. You may say that there are other yogas, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Astanga Yoga, but all other yogas are dependent on Krishna, on Bhakti. So you have, why not to take the direct path of Bhakti rather than going through austerities of other yogas and take to Krishna consciousness and become very serious about him. Dharma swanistita punsham vikshakshena kada suya notpadayediratim shama eva hi kevalam. The occupational activity a man performs according to his own position are only as much as useless labor if they do not provide attraction for the message of the personality of Godhead. Hence, you should desire to hear how much you want to hear. When Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was talking at the Radha Kund, everybody left because people they came from Mayapur and Bengal and they wanted to visit different temples, and hardly one or two, including our Prabhupada, was there. And Prabhupada pointed it out that yes, means you have to listen to the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, how you could be attracted directly to Krishna. So philosophy and seva should go hand in hand. Seva, that is whatever seva, raga, anuga, bhakti, or you do, means it should be all together, not just one-sided, lopsided. The self is beyond the gross body, subtle mind. He is potent, active principle of this body and mind. Without knowing the need of the dormant soul, we should see that what soul is looking. That is because we are the soul, not the body. And one cannot be happy simply by emolument of the body. And so you decorate the body, you try to feed the body, but you should know the rights of the soul. I was in a bank and talking to the bank manager that you have done so much for the society and reading and donating, but what you have done for yourself, you are the spirit soul. Have you done anything? How did you elevate your soul? You are elevating in the position that you are bank manager and you will be getting promotion. That is all right, but one should do something for the soul, right? And so she, afterwards, I found out she left her job and she was chanting and became a devotee of the Lord. So spirit soul should be taken care of. The spirit soul needs must be fulfilled. Simply by cleansing the cage of the bird, one does not satisfy the bird, but one must actually know the needs of the bird himself. Means the soul we should know. And what is the need of the soul? The spirit soul is that he wants to get out of this limited sphere that we are, sphere of material bondage, and fulfill his desire for complete freedom. Wants to get out of the curved walls of the great universe. So he wants to get out. See, we say that we are in a free country, but there is no freedom for us. When we will die, what education, what we will earn, who will be my wife or husband, a spouse, how much education, what, so like I will take in what life, when I will die. Nobody knows anything, even for tomorrow, even for a moment. There some 6 boys in Kunda river, they went to the river, and behind there was a big rain, and a flood was coming. And the Adivasis, they came and shouting that there is so much water is coming, please get out. They thought, oh, it is all dry everywhere. What anybody can, we will climb on the higher, higher, there are some little mountain, a little island. So they climbed down that, but water came with so much force, they could not stand there. They were all washed out by the waves of the river. So any minute, people, they went for tsunami, ocean surfing and all this. They were all damaged and destroyed. A heavy boat like Titanus drowned. The first voyage, people thought that it is indestructible. Nothing is indestructible. So we should surrender to Krishna. And that is our firm. Whether then you remain in the material world or you go back home, back to Godhead. But Krishna knows what is good for us. And so we should not just pamper the cage, but also the soul. And soul is part of Krishna. So if you serve Krishna, automatically the soul will be happy. If you water the root, then the tree would become green and happy. So we should understand the philosophy, or what should be done is by that we should take care of the spirit soul. And so we have to engage ourselves in the occupational engagement that will evoke our divine consciousness. This is possible only by hearing and chanting the divine activities of the Supreme Lord. Savai Purusham Parodharma Yato Bhakti Adokshaji. So Parodharma, Param Dharma, that is that we should be able to chant, hear about the topics of Krishna, and when you chant purely, automatically the Nam, Roop, it will reveal the form of the Lord, Gun, Leelas, entourage. So everything would be revealed to you automatically by just your chanting. So Prabhupada, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, insist on chanting the holy name of the Lord as much as possible. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatiranyatha. Supreme Lord, and any occupational activity which does not help one to achieve attachment for hearing and chanting. How much you want to hear about Krishna and chanting. The transcendental message of the Godhead is said therein to be simply a waste of time. Shama evahi kevalam. Even if you, with the musal, if you, whatever the, put, like paddy is there, and then you husk it. But it is already, the rice has been taken out. If even all day, if you will hit with your musal, you would not get any piece of rice. So same thing, that we should know what is best, how the soul could be happy, and spread this Krishna consciousness to others. Krishna wants that everybody is his children, and they all should come to him and enjoy his property. It's ourselves, because Krishna loves all his children. It's not that Krishna hates, even if somebody is a asur. We read that apichet suduracharo bhajate mamananyabha. That even if it's a durachari, even we should help others also. But what should not we remain away from them to the demonic? Yes, you remain yourself away. If there is a need, then you should invite them also. At least give some prasad to them. They may not join the ISKCON movement, but at least give them some prasad, some solace. Respect them, bring them in. Other occupational duties, whatever ism they may belong to, cannot give liberation to the soul. Even the activities of the salvationist are considered to be useless because of their failure to pick up the fountainhead of the liberties. So we could be free if we serve Krishna. But if we are just doing something without any consideration of Krishna and what he would like, it would be a Shama Evahi Kevalam. The grass materialist can practically see that his material gain is limited only to time and space, either in this world or in the other. Even if he goes up to the Swargalok, he will, like even if Swargalok by his then Shine Pune Mrityulokam Vishati. Even by his endeavor, he can go by the Pravatti Marga. He may go to higher planets, but he will fall down. And whatever he has gained is all finished. So from very beginning, Komarat Acharit Pragya, Prahlad Maharaj says that from Kumar age, even 5-year age or even lower, you should take to Krishna consciousness. It is so important that it will liberate all of us from this material world. The place would be Vaikuntha, place would be Ram Rajya. So there is no permanent solution to the material problems, and the hankering soul must be satisfied by the perfect scientific process of perfect devotional service. So, Kamash Nendriya Pritir Abho Jivit Pavata Jivasya Tata Jigyasa Nartho Pasheda Karma being. Life's desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. Our desire should be to enjoy, to give pleasure to the senses of Krishna, not ours. One should desire only healthy life or self-preservation, since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. Nothing else should be the goal of one's work. The goal is to understand Krishna more and more, how to serve, how I can serve, how I could bring other people, how I could have programs to please Krishna. So all our endeavor, day and night, should be taught for spreading Krishna consciousness. Like Prabhupada taught so many ways of spreading Krishna consciousness. Every spirit of life, therefore, the ultimate end must be seeking after the absolute truth. And that sort of engagement will make one happy because he will be less engaged in varieties of sense enjoyment. And what that absolute truth is here, that absolute truth is seen in 3 phases. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Shabdati. So Brahma Jyoti is there, Paramatma is there, and Bhagavan Swam. So we should please Krishna, then automatically his features of Paramatma and Brahma Jyoti would be satisfied. So then there is description of Varnashram Dharma, but Varnashram and this all others are not really that could give Krishna consciousness. Varnashram Dharma, when you are following Varnashram Dharma, it should be to please Krishna by whatever way, Varnashram Dharma, or whether you are sannyasi, you are vanprasthi, you are a grasta, you are a brahmachari, that whole ashram, varna and ashram should be to please Krishna, not to please your own senses. In grastashram, there is some license for sense enjoyment, but you produce children to please Krishna. Everything is for Krishna. You may say, how I will survive? Just taking his prasad, taking his mercy. He would not leave his devotees, not attend to his needs. Sudama Brahman, he gives so much. And people say that, oh, if I become devotee, then my all the wealth would go. But it is not true. Dhruv Maharaj wanted to get, just like he said, that I'm looking towards broken pieces of glasses, but now I have got a diamond. There's one man went to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, and he was advised by Lord Shiva that I'm very, very poor. I don't have any. I want to get my daughter married, and they want to marry opulent married. They say that you go to Sanatana Goswami. So Sanatana Goswami, when he heard his story, he says, go to that garbage place and bring that. There is a shiny stone. He brought it, and then he touched it with the iron, and it becomes it became gold right away, shining, and he was very, very happy. Then he thought, he was a Brahman, that there must be something higher than this. And so he asked that, can I get something that you have higher than this? You have thrown it into the garbage. So he says, yes, throw that in the Yamuna and then take a bath, come back to me. Then he taught him about the science of Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness is above all kinds of material allurement, all kinds of gold, all kinds of even this Surabhi cows, and you have these trees, kalpavrakshas, and it is above all of this. You may say, why? Because even if you get kalpavraksha and Surabhi cows, and you may live happily and you could get everything to nourish the body. But unless you worship Krishna by those means, so you worship Krishna, even if one is a poor, he could give Pataram Pushpam Patam. Manmana Bhav, Krishna says that you could become my devotee, keep me in heart. Mad Bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, you worship me. Namaskuru, you pay your obeisances to me. Madhyaji Mam, Namaskuru. So, by just this way, you will come to me. Pratijane Priyasime. That you will, because you are my devotee, I'm giving you this instruction. So, anybody could do that. So, that is the way of Krishna consciousness. And even if we should not say, oh, I'm so sinful, how I will be able to please Krishna. That is not the case. You will be able to please Krishna because Krishna is our father. And father, even if you are very, very dirty, or you are, but Krishna will clean you and put you on his lap. So why not to surrender to Krishna, who is very, very, he is looking forward to have us. So even if we have अन्य कामी, we have many, many desires. यदि करे कृष्ण भजन ना मांगिते वो कृष्णता तारे their swachara. That even that Krishna Bhakti is so important. There are people are Mukti Kami or Bhukti Kami or so many. But even if you have other desire other than Krishna, but if you attach to Krishna, then Bhakti is the shrest. Na mange wo Krishna. So Krishna will give you his charan. His charan means he will reveal himself to you and you will become a pure devotee. Chaitanya Charitamrita gives many, many verses like this. So one may say that Bhakti Yoga, but that is the topmost. And Bhakti Yoga, you may be Karma Kand, Gyan Kand, all this Kand. Krishna yadi chute bhakte mukti bhakti mukti diya, mukti diya. Prabhu prem bhakti na de rakhe lukaiya. Because prem bhakti is a very, very high. So if people are coming to him and they are coming for some material desire, sometimes he may give them bhukti, means the bhoga of the material world, or give them mukti, liberation in the Brahma Jyoti. So they may say that, oh, I am liberated. But real liberation is really that we are established in our natural position as Krishna service. If there is no service and servitorship, that service has to be there and whom to serve. If those two are missing, then any of that path is not proper. The path has to be, so we have to serve, we are his servant. That is our Jivera Swarupa. Krishna Nityadas, eternally we are. So we should be able to serve Krishna in whatever way. So, Bhagavad Darshan, like Dham Bandhan, Leela. The Mata would become very, very tired. But then Krishna's heart was melted and then he got bound up. Then he accepted the bandhan by his mother. So it is bandhan by prem, not by her endeavor. कृष्ण कहे अमाय भजे मांगे विषय सुख अमृत छाड़ी विष मांगे कई बड़ मूर्ख. Krishna says that Amay Bhaja, he is chanting my name, my glories, but he is asking for some Vishaya Sukh, means material enjoyment. Amrit, that he is leaving behind the Amrit, the nectar, but he is asking for some wish, means material things, material enjoyment is all like poison. It's poisonous. You may say, why? Because it rots you into the material world. You cannot advance further. You cannot go back home, back to Godhead. So, Vishaya Sukh is equal to wish. So, wish, if you eat wish, you die. विषय वासना इज लाइक ए विश, हृदय में रहकर भी जीव के स्वरूप की अवस्था होती है. What we do not, even if we are in Vishaya Vasana, but we cannot understand what Swarup Siddhi, what our soul is looking for. Soul is looking for the lotus feet of Krishna, to serve Krishna, to go to Krishna low. So the Vishaya so is not proper. Ami Vigya ei murke, that I am intelligent, but this my devotee is more Vishaya can give. How I can give you Vishaya? Means a material enjoyment. Swach Ranamrata Diya Vishay Bhulaiya. He gave him his own lotus feet and he forgets, just like Dhuru Maharaj. He forgot his enjoying purpose. Swami Kratarthosmi Varam Nayachi. That Swami, I do not want any kind of work. And all this is all broken pieces of glasses. I don't want all that. But nonetheless, Krishna gave him the king. He enjoyed his father's kingdom for 36,000 years, and later on he went with his mother to Dhruloka. And all the Saptarshi were going around him. So Acham Vichinniva Divya Ratnam Swami Kratarthosme Varam. So संसार भ्रमिते कौन भाग्यवान के हो तरे नदीर प्रावे के न काष्ठ लागे गिरे. So ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते कौन भाग्यवान जीव and then by mercy of Krishna and Guru you could cross over the material nature. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beej. By the mercy of Guru and Krishna, by the mercy of Krishna you get a Guru, by mercy of Guru you get Krishna, and then your Bhakti Lata Beej starts and goes all the way to the lotus feet of Krishna and wraps around it. So Bhagyavan Jeev, just like some log in the river, it may be up, it may be in the middle, but gradually it may go to the shore or on the side and may become up. So while we are here, if we our desire should be ब्रह्मांड भ्रमित कौन भाग्यवान जी गुरु कृष्ण प्रसाद पाए भक्ति लता पे कौन भाग्यकारी संसार क्षयोन्मुख साधु संगे तबे कृष्ण रति उपजय. That you develop साधु संग सर्वशास्त्र का है, लव मात्र साधु संग सर्व सिद्धि है. कृष्ण यदि कृपा करे कौन भाग्यवान है गुरु अंतर्यामी रूपे दिखाए आपन में. That Guru is also Antaryami. You may say how Guru could be Antaryami. He shows us. There is a external representation of Paramatma. External is Guru, and inside he is acting as a Antaryami. The external presentation of Guru means Paramatma is Guru. Mahat Kripa Bina Kaun Karme Bhakti Nai Krishna Bhakti Dure Raho Sansara Nahe Kshay. Sansara would not be finished, but you get the Mahat Kripa means from the devotees, and then you engage in devotional service, and then your sansar, material enjoyment would get finished from your mind. It is in our mind, and I told you about this sanskar. From very beginning, we should give sanskar to the child about bhakti, and that will lead him. He would not want any, just like Prahlad. He taught to his Gurukul boys. So we should also teach to our own children, give them Krishna conscious names, not about like Radhya and this, and name something about cinema heroes and heroines. So anyway, I will end here. If you have any, these two things that that there is something immediate gratification and something which is ultimate good, Shreyas and Prayas. So we should adopt a Shreyas mark, which is always Shreyas. Shreyas means always elevated, it's always nice. So anybody has any comments or questions or anything, we can discuss.
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Hare
so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, for this very, very wonderful class. It was so enlivening. Thank you, Prabhuji. You took us all the details about Pravritti and Nivritti Marga. Yes, Prabhu. So we will have to concentrate more on our spiritual progress instead of this material happiness, which is temporary and also bonding us in this material world. So
Yes,
is this
Shreyas
that?
and Prayas Marg.
Yeah,
Yes,
Shreyash
well,
and Prayesh. Yes, that's what I was about to ask, Prabhu. It is exactly the Nivritti and Pravritti Marg is synonym of
yeah,
Shreyas and Prayas.
right, same.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I request devotees, if you have any questions or comments, you can ask now.
They are all adopting the devotional path, so they don't have anything to ask. They are all already devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. Very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
There is some Prabhuji, when a person is going in the prayers path, he is actually expecting some happiness, right, Prabhuji?
Right,
Yeah.
right, that's
So,
correct.
yeah. And in the path of Shreyas, there is happiness waiting, or there can be happiness in the path while following also, right,
Right.
Prabhu?
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
so
Sukham Kartum Avyam. This devotional service is not dry. It gets happiness, but that is spiritual happiness. One is material happiness.
yeah. So, how exactly one can convince that actually this Shreyas is the best happiness, and it is what is that actually? Because there is happiness in Shreyas also. What is that disturbing a person to go to prayers, and what is that we can tell someone to come to the happiness of Shreyas instead of prayers?
They have to study Shastra. They have to follow the devotees. They have to come to temple, ask questions. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. So he has to take all the instruction, study Shastra, come to the temple, do some service, devotional service. When everything is all, start chanting, offer to Krishna, have some deities in the home. So deities should be, and should not feel that, oh, I am not getting the result. He should be like that. Yes, it will come late, but anyway, at least he gives up his bad path of drinking, womanizing, or gambling, intoxication. So all these things would go away, and he would become more happy. So
Thank
there
you
is
so much.
certain rules has to be followed by everybody, whether it is material rules or spiritual rules. So these are the spiritual rules, Krishna says, and he like Arjun wanted to become renounced, not to fight. But Krishna taught him, that is your duty, you should fight. We should be established in our own duty, according to our own varnashram, for pleasure of Krishna, not for our pleasure. We will get pleasure as a byproduct. If Krishna is happy, we are part of Krishna, we will be happy. If trees given the water and the root, whole tree would become green and nice. But if you want to water each individual branches and twigs and flowers, nothing would change. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you so much. There is one hand raise. I request Dr. Babu, you can please ask your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam Prabhuji.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, my pranam to you too.
Prabhuji, is this Brahmabhut stage also a byproduct of Bhakti Yoga, or should we do
Yes,
some?
yes.
It's a byproduct.
No. Byproduct of Bhakti Yoga. You understand that Brahma means the greatest, that Brahma Bhuta, that we are also part of Krishna, is not just, we are a spirit soul. Krishna is also there. But that is not, you have not started doing your devotional service. So, but you could be happy in Brahma Bhuta. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, na sochati. He does not, because he knows that I am part of Krishna. So when he knows that I am somehow or other part of Krishna, then he becomes happy. He would not have no lamentation, no hankering. But then you have to start, then he starts devotional service. Sama sarveshu bhuti mad bhaktim labate param. He obtains the bhakti, para bhakti, transcendental devotional service. So that begins after understanding that Krishna is there as Paramatma in everybody's heart, and they accept, behave properly with everybody, not exploiting or taking advantage of your position or hurting anyone. Okay? Could you hear? Hello,
Yes,
doctor?
Prabhu, we can hear you.
Prabhu,
Okay.
Yes,
Prabhu
yes.
said,
Convinced.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. It's the initial stage that you could say of realizing that Krishna is there. Krishna is everywhere, but we don't realize. Okay. So when we realize, then that yes, he's also a part of Krishna. So that is Brahma Bhuta. Yomam pashyati sarvatra, sarvatra cha mai pashyati, tesham naham pranashyami, sachamena pranashyati. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. So nice to see you. Hare Krishna. Anyone else has any comments, questions?
Prabhuji, there is one more thing I would like to ask Prabhu. Prabhu, when a person is endeavoring for prayas, there is a chance that lust, anger, greed, pride, all this comes. Is there any chance that lust, anger, greed, pride comes in the path of Shreyas also?
There is, but it is for Krishna. Like Hanumanji became very angry on Ravan, and he went and he destroyed Ashokwan. So everything could be used in Krishna's service, not for your own sense enjoyment. He became very angry. One may be lusty to produce children for Krishna, not for himself. Anger, greed. Also, Arjun wanted to have Maharaj Yudhishthir sit on the throne, and he went to win in different directions. So he brought a lot of wealth from different places. In some place in the Yagya, northern area, they used to throw the golden pots after the sacrifice. So he brought all of those for Rashtriya Yagya. So, but it's not a greed. He bought it for Krishna's service. So anything for Krishna, connected to Krishna is good.
Is good. Okay, Prabhu. But still, is it a direct service? Is it the highest thing?
Yeah, it could be direct service. Depends on what your mood is and how much you are trained, but it is a direct service. Taking care of children could be a devotional service taken care of, but they are Krishna's children. They are Krishna's wife, Krishna's spouse. So the job is for Krishna, house is for Krishna. So everything, if you think it is Krishna, then naturally you are engaging in devotional service.
If Krishna is always in the center, then it is direct service. Otherwise,
Yes.
yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Because we are his children, he wants a direct service, okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji,
Okay.
for this.
So should we end now?
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu, there are no more questions. With your permission, we can
Okay.
we'll pay obeisance to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpataruvyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnav
Anantakoti.
ki
Ki
jai.
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 Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad
Jai.
Bhagavatam ki jai. His great Lord. Samik Rishi Prabhuji ki
Prabhuji
jai.
ki
Jai.
jai. Thank you
Hare
so much,
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandat
Krishna. Thank
pranam.
you so much, Prabhuji.